Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another high-level Marvel Rivals ranked cast. I am Tetcher, and today we have a special game for you all because we have a viewer submission from a pro player. We have Luminosity Gaming's Arso, which might be pronounced differently, but I'm going to stick with Arso for at least a few more seconds so that I can get past the first minute of the video, just in case if I pronounce it differently, it gets picked up by YouTube's demonetization. But they sent over a replay for us to cover here, so I'm excited to do so. But first, quick shout out to a reminder to go check out the weekly news show I do, the Rivals Esports Recap. It's on the channel. It didn't get pushed out to a lot of people because it's not the kind of content that a lot of people watch, but if you enjoy esports and you like those kind of recaps and want to be able to keep up with all of the esports, the hours of content, then go check them out and then pick your favorite games and go seek them out. Actually support the channels that I will be covering in those news sections. That show will be coming out mostly on Mondays as often as I can make it happen. And of course, a shout out to our members Puff Mindilly, John and Doki Pokey. So let's get ourselves set up for this replay. Are we past a minute of recording? Yes, we are, a minute 14 seconds. So LG's Arso or Arzo going to be coming in here. I heard Fight Night pronounce it as Arso, therefore we're going to try and lock in on that. Let's head in to our game. Hell's Heaven will be the map. And they sent me this. They said that this is one of the most stacked lobbies that they have seen, and I do not disagree. Rush, Woofles, Techie, NX, Logan, Bedtime Story. It is a beastly lobby in terms of the leaderboards. So we are heading in, looking for our first bands. We're going to see Human Torch and Iron Fist, the two heroes who have enjoyed the biggest rise when it comes to Season 2. Very big jump in terms of popularity. Now, what do we see for second bands? Looks like we're going to see a Groot and Psylocke going to be taken out here. Psylocke's also been jumping up in priority in terms of bands because people have remembered that she's very good. Groot has been insane this season. The damage output is good. The ability to split people away from their strategists is amazing. It's just so strong. As such, we're going to see that taken away here. Iron Man being hovered by Stravery. No Incredible Hulk team up here. They're just running it alone. What do we see? We see the Magnetos, a couple Lokis. Ooh, Faker might be trying a Hulk. And the more, they're going for the double. Very fun. We're not seeing a lot of the Gamma team up this season. So fun to see that coming in here. Ow, sorry, just banged my hand. I burnt my hand while cooking a couple days ago, and I just like knocked the bird into my desk. Alright, we're all good. We are heading in. Let me introduce our players for today. On the left-hand side, in the blue trunks of Hell's Heaven, it is steadyFPS on the Emma Frost. Month will be playing the Loki. The person of the hour, it is Luminosity Gaming's Arso playing the Magneto. Nectar is on Winter Soldier. Rush will be playing the Hela. And Woofles will be bringing out the Lunar Snow. And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, it is going to be tekixd playing the Emma Frost. NX, what's the term for this? Firmly closed eyes emoji? I guess. I don't really know what that one would be described as. They are on the Lunar Snow. Logan is on the low-key. Faker is playing the Incredible Hulk. Bedtime Story is in the Spawn, but they are on the Namor. And Stravery is on that Iron Man. Sending shots in right away. Rush is starting to push up. They, of course, have that hit scan. They will be the person who we're going to try to target. Sending out some decent damage. Not going to get too much off at the start here. Also focusing mostly on trying to zone away the opponents. Hulk getting locked down with the Everfrost Diamond form, doing huge damage. Faker falls. Logan's already down as blue team are dominating in terms of eliminations here. The sustain is real right now as they drive them back. Bedtime Story trying to escape with the Aquatic Blessing and will be able to get away. Stravery has the invincible pulse cannon here. If it's so invincible, why can I see it? One of my favorite memes from a certain TV show. Stravery poking away. Going into that upgraded form for a little bit of extra damage. Unibeam with the Gamma boost. Maximizing damage output here. But does have that regeneration domain, so could try and protect their team from invincible pulse cannons. In comes the psionic seduction from Techie, pulling in months. Stravery is still just on the flank though, focusing down and taking out Rush. We're starting to see a little bit of momentum being picked up by the red team here, but blue team are still on the point, not letting it go over yet. 51%, another psionic seduction forcing out that regeneration domain from the Loki to keep the team topped up. Kraken Impact comes out. First reset already going over to Nectar. In comes number 2. Finds a Loki clone. Needs to get the finishing blow onto it to get that reset. Will get it. Invisible Pulse Cannon comes on out, beautifully blocked there by that Mind's Aegis. Kraken Impact into the backline, but the Snowflake will shut it down, and the Gamma lockdown completely shutting out Nectar, but an elimination did come in, meaning another reset onto Techie with the shield from Arso as they take them down. Yet another reset on the board. 3, 2, do they go deep? No, using it for a disengage, not going to get caught out. They hold the line. Point 1 looking very likely to go over to the blue team. No one on red team swapping over to Doctor Strange. They just choose to let that go and save the portal for if it's needed, as of course as a domination map cooldowns carry over between rounds. So saving that for later gives them a little bit extra sustain. Bedtime Story swapping over to a Hela of their own here. Going for a little bit more targeted power. Let's see how these teams are doing. 7 eliminations for Rush right now. 4 for Nectar. Woofles finding 1. That's just the final hits. Techie with 1. Stravery also with 1. It's definitely a pretty heavy lead. Right now, a pretty solid lead, as we just said, for the side of blue team. What do red team want to do differently? So far, it's just going to be that Hela. Nothing else is being adjusted. Connects with a fast rollout. Stravery, of course, is going to be the first to arrive, as they are the fastest. Dodges the snowball that was sent from downtown there. Mind's just creeping forward as Techie takes a huge amount of damage. Currently dueling with steadyFPS. Arso taking a lot of damage, forced to back away here. Keeping the pressure on. So far, not a huge commitment from either team. They're sort of just feeling each other out, trying to find the right angles. It's a very low dive team, especially as we have seen the adjustment of Faker moving off of that Hulk, so they've lost a lot of their dive. They will go down, though. Arso picks up the elimination, pushes deeper, looking for Techie, which they will find. We're seeing a strong setup once again. Blue team are going to be the ones to take control of this point. And red team, something needs to change. We're already seeing it. The Iron Man also being abandoned. Winter Soldier returning in once again. Soul Siphon came out from Bedtime Story, not able to find the finishing blow. But a little bit of disruption is always going to be welcome. Trading shots into the back line, looking for those squishier targets if they can. Astral Flock up to the high ground. Going to try and maybe see if they can ult, but taken out by Rush. the quick elimination there as we move down to the point itself. The line being held by steadyFPS and Arso, keeping the zoning going. Good damage output, Mind's Aegis knocked back. Psionic Seduction shut down by Nectar. Diamond Form using the transitional part of the map to pressure on in. Taking out the Loki clones, chasing them back once again. NX drops low, trying to find a way out, but they are so isolated. Down they go. Regeneration Domain is not going to be enough for the save. They even get Stravery with the Psychic Spear. Kraken Impact resets. Literally too many eliminations, not able to find it. Bedtime Story is trying to flee as they're being chased down again. Soul Cypher, they have to ult. There's no one around. They've achieved essentially survival using the Goddess of Death. Forced to rotate around, that's one of the biggest ultimates, and now it's not available. Arso holding the line, in comes that Media M, takes out Rush from Faker. Arso still has theirs, the silent seduction comes in from steadyFPS to try and keep the team zoned off. Beta both worlds is going for Red X's Kraken Impact in the backline, but Stravery is very alone, knocked off the point, and we are going to see the point picked up by the red team. Media M directly point blank onto Techie. Woofles was taken down as well though, as blue team try to retake the point. Numbers currently in their favor, but it's even enough due to the rotations of people having to come back from spawn. Taking out those regeneration domain lanterns. Beautiful diamond form to take out Faker there. Rush in the sky with that Goddess of Death, cleans off the board, and is anyone going to be able to touch? The answer is no. A dominant performance by the blue team, taking a 2-0 here. Rush takes MVP there. They were landing so many hits. Literally, it felt like every time Bedtime Story tried to show their face, it was just immediate shots. And that is reflected in the actual final statistics here. 20 eliminations, 13 of which were final hits. The total final hit count, the total elimination count on the side of Red Team is 5. So almost triple that. Least amount of times getting eliminated. With only 5 people getting eliminated at one point. Looks like a little bit was spread out. Rush and Nectar both going down twice. Woofles getting taken out once. Month, steadyFPS, and Arso didn't go down one single time. Very well played by them. Most assists going to be Month and Woofles, both with 17. Top damage is, of course, going to be Rush. No, it's not. Stravery, actually. A little bit of that AoE from Iron Man earlier seems to have padded that number a bit. And, of course, doing a pretty good job being one of their team's only eliminations on that Winter Soldier there. Getting 14k, 2k more than Rush sneaking in there. Did their best to try and make something happen for their team. Not able to finish the job, though. Damage blocked. 20k by 1k. It's going to be steadyFPS, beating out both Faker and Techie. Only by a little each way. 20,700 versus 19,900 and 19,800. And top healing, the strategist who did not get taken out once by almost exactly 1,000. It is going to be Month beating out their own teammate Woofles. And then, of course, the team that was struggling. Normally you'll see them with like a little bit higher healing, but in this case, the amount of eliminations really reduced the amount of time they could spend healing. We see 14k and 13k from Logan and NX. And that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Once again, leave a comment saying thank you, Arso, for sending in the replay. We appreciate that. It takes a lot of my day to like search through and find the right replays. This shirt is too small, I'm realizing now. It makes my muscles look big, but that's very little else. Also, I don't have many muscles. But make sure you leave a comment saying thank you, and well, if you know a player who you really like and you like their work, then maybe say in their Twitch chat or something that, hey, maybe send a replay over, because I'd love to do them. It certainly saves time for me looking through replays, especially with a lot of players hiding them. But for now, I have been Tetcher. Thank you all very much for watching. Check out the Rivals Esports recap. It's in YouTube. It's on my channel. Go check out. It should be the homepage video because I'm proud of it. I want people to watch this. New one will be coming out this Monday, assuming nothing goes wrong. My hair has become a mess just from one cast. It's warm today. Less sunny than it has been, though, which is nice. It's just a little more humid. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe. Share it with your friends if you can. Just try and do these things that help it get boosted in the algorithm to help this channel grow. I'll be streaming likely by the time we start Ignite, the Ignite series, and MRC again, because I said I'd start streaming at 5,000 YouTube subs, and we're at like 19 away. We're like 18 away. We're close. It's very close. So subscribe, help out, like, comment, grow the channel, because I appreciate it. I love this game so much, and I would love to grow with it if possible. Otherwise, I'll just keep making the content that I love. For now, though, thank you all very much for watching. I've been Tetcher. Thank you, Arso, for sending in the replay, and I will see you all tomorrow.